gosh, you two were so adorable. So romantic. Mallory, please. I know I was calling her anime, but I don't remember what voice I was doing for her either. This is what happens. Why are you? I blame you. This is your fault. What did I do? Did I have a voice for anime, or was she just a character who was the perspective character, so I just gave her my own voice? He tried to woo me with a story about a mother who murder-suicided their disabled child. Yes, I forgot that happened. There's something wrong with your sense of romance. Hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. What? I think I've figured out the way to your heart, anime. You're gonna say something stupid, aren't you? Remember when we first met? That's so stupid. The first thing I did was give you a loaf of bread, too. Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, is that the correct use of the word too? But it is, because she did. The first thing she did when she met her was give her bread. So she is gonna have a predilection to being romantically attracted to people who give her bread. You're like a cat! Okay. You only open up if they feed you! Okay, I'm glad they explained. Hoo-hoo-hoo. You can't be serious. Her shit-eating grin was starting to get on my nerves, and when people get on my nerves, I get murderous. Oh, I'm so glad you told me that story. Ah-ha-ha-ha. I'm regretting it now. Ha! Oh? Is that Alouette I see? What are you doing up, sweetie? Alouette was peeking into the room from the kitchen doorway. It had gotten quite late during my stay. Alouette can't sleep. Come here, you. Alouette rushes over and buries herself in her mother's warm embrace. Geez, you're such a spoiled child, and she's been speaking in the third person for years. Even as Mallory says, she indulges herself as well, rubbing her cheek against Alouette's hair. Auntie Anime is here too! Next, Alouette scurries over and hops into my lap. She was rather attached to me since I had raised her alongside Mallory for much of her life. Okay, so Alouette's like 19, I think, or something like that, when the regular story is taking place. And as of course, because I pay attention to nothing, I do not know where in the canon this takes place. I do remember they said, I think this is like, this has to have been like maybe 10 years ago, so she's gotta be like 9, and she's still speaking in the third person. Oh boy. Will you be joining us for tea as well? Alouette shakes her head. Not sweet! Alouette doesn't like tea. Let's put sugar in it. Mummy, when is Papap coming home? I done was quite the workaholic. Since his workplace was far away, he generally only returned home once a week. He's coming home tomorrow, actually. Yay! You should bring Autun and the twins over, Anime. It'll be fun. Perhaps I shall. Kalia and Triss are coming? Let's play. Let's play. Hey, let's play. Let's play Fallstreak. Ha, that's what I'm doing. Alouette starts hopping around energetically at the prospect of us visiting. Oh, you're so full of energy now. How are you going to get back to bed? Play, play. I'll be taking my leave now. It's getting rather late. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then? Maybe. Playing hard to get. Geez, you always give such non-committal answers, Anime. Well, she's probably planning on being murdered by one of her children tonight. I mean, can't do anything about that. Say goodbye to Auntie Anime, Alouette. Bye-bye. Tomorrow, let's play. She has the same reaction towards energetic children that I do, as one of just sort of unenthused, but just ambivalence. Ha! I let out an exasperated sigh as I stand before the entrance of the Bashia home. As planned, I brought Kalia and Tristan over to play. However, why are you two hiding down there? The twins had taken refuge under my dress, just as I was about to knock on the door. I wasn't particularly fond of the bloated appearance it was giving me, so I'm very vain, you see. They're trying to get back to their original home. That joke again! Really, we thought that joke was so good the first time, we're going to use it a second time. Very good. Very good. You already made that joke. Oh, it's good, and it's self-aware. Even better. I shoo the little runt out from under me before proceeding to knock. But then again, we've kind of established that Autun is kind of terrible at conversations and just basic human etiquette. From beyond the door, a muffled, "They're here!" could be heard as the door popped open and a trio of heads poked out. It was the Basia children. Auntie Anime! Auntie Anime! Lenny has a riddle for you. Do all of Mallory's children speak in the third person? Diamond? We won't let you through unless you answer correctly. What bird is with you at every meal? It seemed they were in high spirits. Yes, whenever I see somebody spouting riddles the moment I walk into their door, I'm like, high spirits. I don't know, a robin? Finding it too much of a pain to think about, I answer with the first thing that comes to mind. Wing. Alouette crosses her arms in an X shape because the wrestler has been injured and makes a strange noise. We got it right on our first try, though. Are we smarter than Auntie? The correct answer is a swallow. Good stuff. Proud that they had bested me, the Basia children grinned stupidly in a way that reminded me of their mother. You know what? I think Anime has some antisocial issues. She might be what we in the biz refer to as an introvert. Such cheekiness. If you don't let me in right now, I'll be the one swallowing you. Slowly bringing my face forward, I tower over the three diminutive children. I will devour your souls. What is fucking Shang Tsung? Eek! Scary, Auntie, scary! Run! Run! The three children immediately abandoned their post, fleeing deeper into the house. As the door swings... Oh, thank God. Oh, no! The right-click button does that. As the door swings open, I spot Mallory and I done at the living room table. What I was gonna say before I accidentally pulled that up is I'm really excited that we get this background image again. You know, if you go on Steam, the game brags that it has 30 backgrounds, and I feel kind of bad making fun of that because this game was free, after all, and it has been 6 hours of pure entertainment. Though it was a rare break from work for Idun, he was characteristically rigid at attention, as if ready to move on a moment's notice. You need help seasoning these little munchkins, Anime? Mallory waves to me as her children cower behind her. You might want to consider getting new gatekeepers. Geez, Am, that was a pretty easy riddle, too. Peering up at him, Kalia tugs on Autun's sleeve. Swallow? She tilts her head. A swallow is a birdie. Kneeling down before her, Autun forms a bird with his hands and starts flapping his fingers like a crazy person. Bird. Bird. Triss tries to imitate Auntie's hand motion. Autun's. I don't like it that they call her Auntie and that his name is Autun. It's just hell on dyslexia. But only succeeds in tangling his fingers up in silly arrangement. How? It's the easiest charade in the world to do. Napoleon Dynamite could do it. To swallow food. Autun points at his throat and gulps. Is the same word as the swallow birdie's name. Autun mimics a bird once again with his hands. However, Kalia makes a distraught face at Autun's simple explanation. No, don't eat the birdie. Big wet tears began to roll down her face. Oh good. They're stupid. To make matters worse, upon seeing his sister crying, Triss immediately starts bawling as well. Erg, I've messed up. And Autun's on the ground. Just, that's been the theme of, as I've been editing these for the Let's Play on YouTube, I noticed that a characteristic of the Larit family, is that they are just prone to spontaneous collapse. Ha. It's just one hassle after the other between these two little scamps and this scatterbrained hubby. Meanwhile, the Bastia family's laughter fills the house as they watch over our zany performance. Today's going to be a long day, isn't it? Let's hope. After our overly colorful entrance settles down, the four adults find ourselves conversing at the table when Triss wanders up to us. Oh, you brought the toy I made with you. In his hands was the mechanical contraption that Autun had finished building yesterday. It looks cute. Does it do something special? Autun nods and turns to Triss. Go ahead and show the others. While it seemed difficult for him to wind up by himself, when Kalia chipped in and they worked together, it was a feasible feat even for their sticky little hands. What, did he design it to be child-proof? Like, that it requires two children to operate? If that's the case, he is a shit toy maker. Upon release, a simple melody begins to flow from the device, causing the Bastias to gasp and widen their eyes. Wow! It's playing music! Inspired by old design, I wager? You're as amazing with your hands as always, Autun. Wait, this tune! I know the song it comes from! Dia folds his arms and furrows his brow. Can I see it, please? Though I expect the twins to act possessively, they hand it over to Lynette fairly easily. If only they could learn to share that well with each other. Oh god, they have sprites. I'm shocked. So, okay, let's see if we can guess who's who. Okay, so that must be Mallory. This must be Alouette. This is... What's his name? Diamante? She's a singer. She sings with Bad Wolves. And this is Gina Linetti. And here's the twins. Who are just like, oh, I guess we are not important in this shot. Alouette thinks it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Wow, how basic. Well, I guess you can't hope for it to be like Deftones, but... You know, Minerva by Deftones, which, hey, if you're watching on YouTube... That's a callback to the intro and outro tunes you've been hearing. No way! It's definitely the alphabet song. Mum thinks you children are making a mistake. It sounds like Baba Black Sheep to me. Without a care in the world, Kalia and Triss watch Lynette fiddle with the device as the argument escalates around them. Wow, you know, I was kind of hoping that this game would have, you know, a point to make or something to say, and I'm glad it settled on Baba Black Sheep, the ABCs, and Twinkle Twinkle have the same melody. Why don't we ask the original creator? What song did you build the device to, Autun? That's a tough question. I was only thinking of the melody when I made the music box. Sorry, I don't know what song it comes from either. A pensive silence takes hold of the room at Autun's confession. Nobody knew who was right anymore. Up was down, down was up. Cats and dogs living together, twinkle twinkle little star. Alphabets, Baba Black Sheep. Mass hysteria. The truth is, unexpectedly, the one to break the silence was little Lynette. Everyone's right. It's all the same tune. A wave of commotion spreads through the room at Lynette's claim. Is that really so? Can you prove it, Linny? Yeah, just listen. Lynette takes a deep breath and begins to sing. Ba Black Sheep, EFG, how I wonder how you are. Whoa, how I wonder how you are. No. I was taught it's how I wonder what you are. Get it right, little girl. Weaving in lyrics from all three songs, Lynette sings to the tune of the device without missing a beat. Well, it's good, because there's no beat to it. Ha! I'm clever. Wow, it's true. Linny is so amazing. You hesitated. I see. I done nods gravely, his arms crossed in the poise of an intellectual. Lynette would know best since she loves learning new lyrics and singing so much. Oh, something crashed. All of a sudden, though, he stands, rising with such force the chair slams against the ground behind him. That's my little songbird for you. Someone call Kenny G. The veins on his temple begin throbbing, like the visceral embodiment of a father's pride. I feel like this is misplaced. I think he's allowing his emotions to get the better of him. He needs to calm down. Meanwhile, startled by the sudden loudness, Kalia and Triss dart under my dress as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Don't default to hiding under my dress. Oh, where's Atun? Is Atun gonna pop in like they just trying to go back to where they came? Zingers. I'm wearing pants next time. They're trying to get back... Shit, I've heard that joke enough times already. I don't like it that the game is self-aware of how terrible its writing is. It's my job to make fun of you. Oh, gods, I remember Linny and Dia used to do that to me all the time. That's impressive because you're just wearing a short skirt. Mom! It's red! Dia's face is all red! It's comfy down there. Getting caught up in the atmosphere, the adults end up playing around with the children for pretty much the whole day. Eventually, though, some god decides to take pity on us, and the rapscallions finally grow tired and start dozing off on the carpet. With the kids out of commission, a moment of peace and quiet finally descends upon the house. Geez, you sure have a lot of energy, I done. Atun fans his face as he settles back into his seat at the dining room table. Even when playing, one must give their all. Work hard, play harder. Haha, your husband knows no chill, Mallory. When is this set? Who in any world talks like that? The children really enjoyed the piggyback rides we gave. Though I bet they would have liked it if anime pitched in more. Don't talk to me right now. I don't understand how children have so much energy. Well, I don't know, when you were a child, you were just murdering entire groups of people and setting their houses ablaze. Why don't you tell us? I think it's really admirable, though, Idun. Even though your blood does not run through Alouette, you treat her as your own. Oh. She's blessed to have such a wholehearted father. While I appreciate your words, Atun, you are mistaken about something. It was not I who accepted Alouette when I had nothing left in the world. It was she who accepted me. Idun brings his hand to his chest in heartfelt sincerity. Alouette, Mallory, and anime. It is because of your strength and compassion that I still draw breath here now. And while Alouette may speak oddly and seem dull at times, by dull he means stupid, she has the biggest heart of any girl in the world. It is I that am blessed to have such wonderful daughter. The four of us watch warmly over the children's sleeping visages. Alouette's always been an affectionate girl. All the little ones were huddled up against her as they slept. It seemed her head pats were quite popular. You'd never know it by how she acts, but the poor child's had it rough at school. Oh, you don't say. Since she speaks so childishly, she often gets teased. Lynette and Dia are good siblings, though. They always stand up for her like little champs. It was somewhat amusing how differently they all slept. While Kalia and Triss snoozed with spread limbs and open mouths, Lynette and Dia seemed fond of curling into cozy little balls. Then there was Alouette, who slept with her arms wrapped around everyone as if cradling something precious. There's no mistake. If there's something in life worth protecting, it's this. Oh, shame it's all about to go to shit, huh? Have I told you, by the way, we're hoping to get a bigger house for ourselves soon. Dude, this house is... I mean, I've only seen 2 rooms of it, but this is a pretty damn good-sized house. You can make this work with 3 kids, unless you're planning on having more kids. The children are growing bigger so quickly, after all. They'll need space. Is that why you've been working yourself like a mule? Aha! Ha! It's been my dream for a while. We've already saved up quite a bit. Is that so? In that case, why don't you contract my place when the time comes? I'll be sure to put Lots of love into it. Toon extends a hand with a big smile. Sounds like a plan. Returning the smile, Idun grasps his hand firmly. I was hoping he'd be like, absolutely not! You couldn't make a music box that a child could easily work. I'm not gonna let you build my home. Children won't be able to open the door. Let's look forward to the future together, not as two different families, but as one big family. Yeah, it's all going to shit. I'm surprised they're setting it up this way. We know it goes to shit. It was a warm sentiment where both parties dreamed of a bright future. Dripping, overflowing with promise. But for some reason I couldn't bear to look at it. The future they spoke of, it was simply too bright, too dazzling. I think anime doesn't like it when other people are happy.